Okay team, so I see people doing this all the time. They do tours of their office, their gym, everything at home. I'm gonna take you through a tour of the Get Set Tennis office. Here we go. That's pretty much it. So ever since I moved up to Queensland, we moved into a smaller place and we don't have a spare room. So I've decided to turn this nook, little area, into the office. And this is where everything gets done. This is where the magic happens. So let's have a quick look. Okay, so the first essential in my office is books, must-read books. A couple of years ago, I took up a challenge for a New Year's resolution to read a book a month, and I've stuck to that pretty much all the way through till now. And these are just a couple of the hardcover copy books that I got. I got a lot more on audiobook because I listen to a lot while I'm in the car. So I've got a whole stack here, some of my favorites, and then on the other side too, some more absolute must-have books. Top 3 favorite books. Actually, this one over here. First one, definitely Crushing It by Gary Vee. If you don't know who he is, Google him. Andre Agassi Open, big tennis fan. A lot of tennis fans will read this one. Just the stuff that he went through and the stuff he did is crazy. Friday Night Lights. If you have not seen the movie, seen the TV series, read the book, it's good. High school football in Texas. I wish we had that culture here. But best book, definitely by far, is Shoe Dog. Phil Knight, the creator of Nike. Couldn't put this one down. Super crazy read, awesome story. Okay, another thing I always have set up is my microphone. So I bought this microphone sort of stand from Amazon for I think about like 30 bucks. Got the Kmart style headphones. The microphone is probably what I spent the most money on. The Yeti was about 200 bucks. And we got the covers as well. So they were about 12 bucks each. And I have 2, so whenever I do a podcast, I want to be able to have like really good, clear sound. So I've got another one just set up here, ready to go. But at the moment with coronavirus, I'm doing a lot via Zoom, but it's good to have just one set up, ready to go. So always have a couple of mics ready for that podcast. What else we got? Oh, I feel like every office has like a bucket. That's a bad way to describe it. Everyone has a useless bowl. I think every office needs a, let's call it a bucket. So these are the Gorilla Pods. I think you can pick these up at JB Hi-Fi for probably about 50 bucks, but I take these everywhere. I always keep one in my bag with me. You just never know when you need it. And for doing a lot of self-filming stuff, I've got a stand, a camera stand, and I think I picked that up on Amazon for maybe like 70 bucks. And it's always good too, because then you can use that rather than bothering people saying, hey, I need to borrow you for 2 minutes while you do take after take after take. If you stuff up a lot like I do, you're gonna want one of them. Last kind of productive thing that I always like to have in my office is whiteboards. 1, 2, and then I got a sneaky one on the side there, whiteboards. I think it's good if you have a visual and you write up goals, lists, things to do, just to-do lists, and you have it, it's always staring you in the face. You gotta have whiteboards. You gotta have whiteboards in your office. All right, so that pretty much covers everything that's practical use in the office, but it's always good to then also have a sense of belonging, and it's always good to decorate your office too. So let's have a look at a couple of things in my office that sort of just shows you who I am. So in 2013, I moved to the States, New Braunfels, Texas, which is about half an hour away from San Antonio. Only fitting that I got the Spurs and represented the Spurs. Got really big into the NBA when I moved over there. It's actually a gift. Kenny Van, if you're listening, thanks so much for the hat, buddy.
Patty Mills, you betcha! Oh, good day, mate! Mills with 0.3 seconds.
Not to mention too, Patty Mills is just a weapon. He's like my top 3 favorite athletes. So always got to represent the Spurs. Big Spurs fan. There's my Texas number plate. When I did the Rally for Movember, which I'll tell you about in a little minute, Pat Rafter was an ambassador, and he signed a tennis ball for me, and he was my idol growing up. He's pretty much the reason I got into tennis. So that's my pride and joy. So yeah. So over here we have the Get Set shelf. It's a whole bunch of things that either I've been gifted over the years, or I've put memorabilia on, or something that has a strong link to Get Set Tennis. I guess when I first started the business, I had no idea how long it was gonna last. The classic Get Set Tennis mug, they never really reached the website, apologize. These are cool. These are a gift from my dad. So my dad, he got Get Set Tennis branded golf balls. The only problem is I can't use them because I lose them on your dad, but I'll probably never take these out of the box. So thanks, Dad. Got the Get Set hat here. Rock Bottom Cup shot glass. If you do not know what the Rock Bottom Cup is by now, please go to our YouTube page, type in Rock Bottom Cup. It's probably the greatest event ever invented. One of the coolest gifts I ever got from a girl named Krista, who I coached for a couple of years just before I left Canberra to come up to Queensland. A Nelson Parker bobblehead. It's even got like the Get Set Tennis logo. The legs are a little bit bigger than mine. Down the bottom, Nelson Parker, Super Coach. But yeah, it's pretty special. Looks a little bit like Drake, maybe. We have a printout draw, I don't know if you can see it, but this is the actual draw and results for a tennis tournament that myself and my brother played in. So me and my brother played doubles for like 10 years. You know, without a result. We started playing together when we were quite young, and in the space of a couple of years, we started winning a few events, and this was the first one that we ever won. So I wanted to make sure that we remembered it, framed that one up. Yeah, just a reminder of good times, I think. Sorry, there's like this glare over here. There it is, shining. Sorry, guys. Okay, the last thing that I keep in my office is my Rally for Movember memorabilia. A couple of years back, I rallied tennis balls for 24 hours for charity for Movember. In 2017, I had some incredible people around me to really help drive this charity event. We ended up raising $10,000 for Movember. Anyway, so what I did was I rallied tennis balls for 24 hours, and every 15 minutes, I would have a new partner come in. So if someone could come in and buy 15 minutes for $15 or 30 minutes for $30, with all money going to charity. So here are the names of all the people who came and rallied with me throughout the morning, like early hours, midnight, 2 a.m. Movember Foundation also gave me this awesome trophy. It's like a massive chunk of wood. It's just super cool. It's something that I really can't believe that I did, and I wouldn't have been able to do it without these incredible people around me too. So, okay, so there you have it. Pretty much behind me is all I'm working with for an office. Hope you enjoyed the little tour. Didn't take long. Who knows, when we continue to grow and get bigger and bigger, I'd love to be able to get an office where we can have a space for all of our members, all of our staff, everything like this. Maybe an Xbox, maybe a coffee machine, maybe a putt-putt green inside. Who knows? Have one of those really cool offices like Dude Perfect. But until then, I hope you enjoyed the little snippet of the Get Set Tennis office. Until next time, it's been Nelson from Get Set Tennis, signing out.